What's up? My name is Zach, and to get started, I thought I would show you guys around the car.
What are we driving?
Hey, true, baby.
The car is a 2003 Z06 Millennium Yellow, best color. They only made these cars in like 5 colors. I was not sold on the yellow until I saw it in person. In pictures, I hated it, hated the stripes, still hate the stripes, not a fan. But yellow, other than white, yellow is the best color. I would totally get a white one if I found one. But on the inside, we'll start there. We have a Corbeau DFX fixed back. Not terribly expensive, really comfortable seat, very padded. You have to do some slight plastic modification to fit them in here because these cars are so small. They're probably as small as a Miata, if not smaller, when it comes to fitting seats. NRG quick release, the old one, the second gen one, just has the button. We do have an MGW shifter, short shifter, and I've done what they call the anti-venom mod on the trans, which is literally you remove the detent that is for the spring pressure and neutral, and you stack washers on it to make it have less pressure. Helps with the short throw, makes it so there's less effort putting it in gear. Absolutely necessary if you put a short throw in these cars. You lose so much leverage, it makes it an absolute bear to get it back in gear. But also have the Corbeau 5-point harness. Probably will be changed. It doesn't fit very well in the car. Very nice harness, just doesn't fit the car very well. And then we also have a Ride Tech harness bar that I picked up secondhand, Facebook Marketplace, for $300. I'm a cheap ass, to just put it bluntly. I get a lot of stuff on deals or cheap or used. That's how I can afford it. So we'll go ahead and pop the hood. Under hood, still an LS6, nothing crazy. Air-Aid filter with a Veraram air bridge just to make my own cold air, because cold air kits for this car are like $400 and it's retarded. $300 invested in that. Same shit. Does have a Brian Tooley Racing Stage 3 NA cam. It's their older one that was a little bit milder. It's like 9 degrees of valve overlap. Nothing crazy. Good top end power though. Texas Speed 1 3/4 stainless headers to their off-road X-Pipe 3-inch. Does neck down to the factory 2.5 at the axle back. And we actually have the factory axle back still under there. Kind of dark and hard to see, but factory titanium axle back. Quieted the car down, but still doesn't really kill much power, if any. A lot of the stuff I do, there's noise restrictions, so I have to keep it somewhat quiet. And last year, I actually had done the 2021 Hot Rod Power Tour. That was like a 1,200 mile road trip over 5 days. Ton of fun. You can see everywhere we went. Luckily it was close to me, so I could do it real easy. Ton of fun. Made me hate the bullet mufflers that were on the car though. Put the titanium mufflers on there shortly after. We also have a Braille lightweight AGM battery. It's like 18 pounds or something like that. I replaced a regular old battery, that guy right there, because it actually died on me on grid at an autocross, and I had to get people out of their cars to push start my car, get it rolling down the bank because we were at a circle track, and pop the clutch. Didn't shut it off for the rest of the day. It's a great time. Want to avoid that. Got a new battery. The wheels are actually the factory Z06 wheels. They're 18 by 10.5, but I have them square on the car, so I actually got an extra pair of rear wheels of the factory wheels put on the car, so you can run them up front. It's pretty common to do with like grip setups on these. They poke just a little bit. A lot of what you're seeing there is actually the tire, because I'm running a 315/30 Yokohama AO52, and they're just a little pinched on there. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Little too wide. Really should do a 295 in the AO52. Does work though, and I got those tires for like $200. Second hand from a local racer. Again, I'm cheap. Other than that, I think we have C6Z shocks. Again, used. Second hand from another guy. He was upgrading to adjustable shocks. I got those for $100. Cheap everywhere we can be, except for where it counts. Do have a Monster LT1S twin disc clutch with their lightened steel flywheel. It only cuts a couple of pounds off of the clutch assembly weight. Definitely made it rev faster and a little harder to take off from a stop, especially with the cam. Not awful though, totally livable. I've street driven this thing quite a bit. The clutch feels awesome. Yeah, the car mostly, its main purpose is autocross. Actually normally have the car all numbered up. Numbers on the door with class and everything. Peeled them off after the last season. Thought I was doing a different number, but I'm not. So we'll have to get new vinyls. The brakes, those rotors are Ray Bestis. They're called like R300 rotors. They're fine. Not great because they actually have a little lip where the pads have actually worn into the rotor, and they're Power Stop track day pads. They're nothing fancy. They work okay, not great. Not using them again. We're gonna go with something else. But that being said, car's main use is grip, autocross racing. Gonna do some road course stuff this year, hopefully. Just some HPDE. Nothing actually competitive, just for fun. Never been on a road course. Yeah. Have taken it drifting. I actually have an FDF Mini Mantis bolt-on angle kit. I struggled with wheel clearance last year though, so it didn't work for me great. Hoping to fix that this year when I go out again. Just testing tune days, purely for fun. Yeah, I think that's basically everything. It's fairly simple so far. Nothing crazy. I do have an AEM wideband in there. I didn't show you that. Not on right now. Don't have the key. I have that wired to a USB that I tucked in the dash, so I can data log, plug it straight into the computer and data log wideband AFRs with HP tuners. And yeah, the suspension's basically stock at the moment, but that is going to change with all this stuff right here. Got some parts from Viking, G-Speed, AMT, energy suspension, all kinds of good stuff. All kinds of good stuff. And that is going to be the next video. I'm going to be completely overhauling the suspension. Everything but the subframes is coming off. And that's what we're doing next. Just realized, told you the car was cammed and never let you hear it. That's my bad. Let's fix that. Always got to do the wiggle. So that's the car. Pretty basic for now. Like I said, next video, complete suspension overhaul. So let's get to that.